Archangel Michael says, the air around you feels charged and still because truth is stepping into the room. You feel the floor of your life tilt by a small degree as something hidden turns toward the light. You have been guided here so your heart can be steady and your mind can be clear. A thin thread of secrecy has been tugged, and now the whole fabric begins to loosen. You sense eyes that look away too fast, voices that change tone when you enter, and stories that never sit right. This is the hour when the pattern shows itself without force and without noise. The truth does not shout, but it insists. It moves through ordinary moments, and it presses on the small details others ignore. Tonight it presses on you, and you feel its soft hand on your shoulder. You stand between what was said and what was meant. You stand between love that is real and loyalty that has been used like a mask. The light rises like dawn over water, slow and undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You will feel a tap in your spirit when the right memory appears. A certain day, a certain conversation, and a certain object will glow in your mind as if someone turned on a hidden lamp. Follow that glow with calm and with certainty. You do not chase the truth with fear, because fear creates fog. You breathe and let the fog lift on its own. The one who lies is not stronger than the truth that stands beside you now. In the quiet you recall a sound that did not match the story. You remember a laugh that came too quickly, a signature that looked slightly off, a message that arrived at a strange hour. These are footsteps in dust that no longer hide. Write to comment I receive truth and stand in calm. Your words are a seal, and your heart knows that simple declarations are doors. Doors open for those who walk in peace. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You have carried confusion like a stone in your chest, and it has made your shoulders heavy. Tonight the stone turns to soft sand and slips away. You remain steady, balanced, and strong. The person who has not told the truth believed the darkness would keep them comfortable. Comfort bought with deception does not last. The light carries a different comfort now, and you are ready for it. A name begins to hover at the edge of your awareness like a shape behind thin curtains. You feel consonants pulsing, you feel vowels ringing, and your body responds with a quiet certainty. The truth enters through sensation before it enters your language. You will notice a repeated sign around that name. You will hear a song lyric that matches, or you will see the letters on a passing vehicle, or you will find a receipt where the line of ink refuses to fade. These are small stones pointing to the river. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You do not accuse, you do not fight, you do not strain. You listen to the way your room sounds when you say the name in your mind. Peace confirms, and heaviness warns. If the heaviness rises, you allow it to lift and pass. If peace arrives, you let it spread like warm light down your arms. Your body recognizes truth faster than any argument. There is a box or drawer in a common place that holds a clue. It may be a letter, a bill, a photograph, or a key that never found the right lock. The truth has left a breadcrumb, and it is within reach. Write to comment my eyes are clear and my steps are steady. You agree with clarity and you break the cycle of confusion. Agreement with clarity is the opposite of fear. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You may notice the way a phone is kept face down when you enter. You may see how a schedule keeps shifting for reasons that never match the facts. Patterns that once felt ordinary now appear like a bright map. No accusation passes your lips because tonight you are not hunting. You are receiving. The truth wants to be found more than you want to find it. There is an item in the home that has changed position at a strange time. A ring, a notebook, a small envelope, or a wallet has taken a new path. The path it took points to the person and to the story they tried to hide. In your memory, a date repeats with quiet insistence. The date links to an event, and the event links to a need, and the need links to a choice. The choice left a mark that has waited for you to see it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The name that rises will not come like thunder. It will rise like a steady tide that reaches your ankles, then your knees, then your waist. When the tide reaches your chest, you will breathe easier because the water is warm and safe. You remember a promise that was made in a kitchen or a hallway. The promise tasted like honey at first and then like dust. Dust is all that deception ever gives in the end. Your heart holds compassion even as your mind gathers facts. Compassion is not permission for lies to continue. Compassion allows you to walk forward without poisoning yourself. Archangel Michael says this signal is not meant to create fear in your home. It is meant to restore clean air where stale air has lingered. It is meant to end a repeating loop that has stolen peace. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You will notice the way a certain person avoids eye contact when money is mentioned. You will notice laughter that arrives 1 second too early when plans are discussed. These are small slips that grow loud once you stand still. Think of a conversation that ended with a sudden shift to another topic. That shift was a door the other person ran through. Tonight that door swings back on its hinges, slow and revealing. There is an explanation that has always required extra words. The truth usually uses fewer words. Extra words pile up around a weak center and try to cover the gap. Write to comment clarity enters my house and I welcome it. Words like these calm your nerves and keep you aligned with peace. Peace is strong and patient. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You find the courage to sort what is real from what is almost real. Almost real is still false. Real feels simple, grounded, and steady in your body. There is a memory of a late-night whisper that did not make sense. At the time you let it pass because love chose quiet. Love now chooses honesty that heals instead of silence that harms. A name begins to form on your tongue as if it has always been there. It moves with the rhythm of your breath and settles at the base of your throat. You feel heat behind your eyes as recognition arrives. The path forward is gentle and firm. You do not force a scene, and you do not carry blame that is not yours. You hold the line of truth like a lantern. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. You remember a message that came at an hour when your spirit felt unsettled. The unsettled feeling returns now but loosens quickly as clarity grows. You stay in your strength. The person who lied did so because of fear, habit, or desire. None of these are your masters. You are not the caretaker of another person's mask. There is a chair, a corner, a corridor where your chest feels tight when you pass. That place holds echoes of a story that wants release. Tonight the echo becomes a clear note. Write to comment, I choose honesty and calm action. Your comment sets your intention like a stake in clean ground. Clean ground is where new life grows. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. You will see a small object out of place in the morning light. The light will land on it and ask you to notice. Noticing is an act of courage. Memories line up like pages and turn by themselves. You do not cling to any page, because the book wants to be read through to the end. The end restores your freedom. A first letter rises in your mind and holds steady. The letter may appear on a sign, on a screen, or inside a familiar name. Your spirit recognizes the signal. You speak that letter softly and watch how your body responds. If your shoulders relax, you continue. If your stomach knots, you pause and let the knot release. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You place your hand over your heart and feel the warmth of right alignment. The warmth spreads down your arms and into your hands. Your hands are steady enough to handle truth. The person who lies may carry their own old wound. You refuse to carry the weight of that wound. You allow them to face it without dragging you into the dark. You remember a purchase that did not match the story of available money. You recall a meeting that did not match the calendar. Mismatch exposes what silence tried to bury. Your spirit now holds a second letter beside the first. The two letters sit like twin candles. The flame is low but alive. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You consider the moments when you felt guilty for wanting clarity. Guilt leaves now like smoke leaving a room. You breathe air that is light and clean. You stand in the doorway of the new, and the new does not tremble. The new feels strong, grounded, and quiet. Quiet is the proof that truth is near. There is an apology you once gave to keep peace that did not deserve sacrifice. You forgive yourself for giving it. You choose a new kind of peace that does not require you to shrink. Write to comment, I stand in clean peace and firm love. These words are a key you hold in your own hand. You turn the key and the lock opens. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. You review the last season and notice a pattern in late arrivals and early exits. You notice items borrowed and rarely returned. You notice favors accepted and gratitude delayed. Your memory shows you a smile that never touched the eyes. It shows you foreheads that creased when the simplest questions of time and place were raised. The pattern makes a shape now, and you recognize the outline. The name that rises carries the weight of familiarity. It does not feel like a stranger. It feels like a familiar door you once believed was safe. You speak the name inside yourself, not to wound but to identify. Identification is the first act of healing. What is named can no longer hide. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. There is a room where the air becomes lighter when you say the name. You feel the temperature change. The house responds to truth like a living thing. You see how the lie was stitched with small threads over time. You see how those threads break with one calm breath. You do not yank, you do not tear, you simply breathe. A photograph draws your eyes more than usual. In the photo, details speak with new volume. A hand on a shoulder, a glance to the side, a smile held too long. Archangel Michael says your courage is healing your lineage. The healing moves forward and backward like light on a river. The river carries away what once felt stuck. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You feel the relief that comes when a locked door opens with a single click. The click is the sound of your power returning. You do not fear your own power. Your boundaries rise like friendly walls around a garden. The garden is your heart. The walls are your choices. The person who lied may try to flutter and distract. Fluttering does not move you. You remain anchored like a pillar planted in good ground. Write to comment truth is my quiet strength. That sentence is a soft anthem in your chest. Your chest expands as you write it. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You gather practical steps with calm hands. You back up what needs saving, you store what needs locking, you note what needs answering. Practical steps are sacred when done in peace. Your voice will be simple when the moment to speak arrives. It will sound like a bell in a small chapel. Clear, rounded, and impossible to mistake. You will say only what is true and necessary. You will not defend the sun for shining. The sun does not argue. A memory of kindness appears beside the memory of the lie. You hold both without confusion. Holding both proves your heart is strong. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. You do not carry shame for another person's choice. Shame returns to its owner as light makes all things visible. You remain clean. You allow the person to face the mirror they have avoided. Whether they change is not your burden. Your burden ends tonight. The name that rose in your spirit now stands like a signpost. The letters do not wobble. The sound does not stutter. You breathe in and let the signpost do its work. It points, and you accept its simple direction. Acceptance ends the loop. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. You feel a hush move through your space. It is not the hush of fear. It is the hush of completion. You have stepped out of the maze where corners kept multiplying. The maze stands behind you like an old theater set. The stagehands are already taking it apart. Your feet know the path of the honest road. The honest road leads to steady mornings and soft evenings. Steady mornings are a blessing that grows. Write to comment my home is aligned with peace and truth. Your words create a small foundation under your day. A small foundation is enough when built of stone. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You may feel a light sadness for what was wasted. Sadness can pass through without staying. It respects a house built on truth. You will notice the house smelling cleaner, even if no window is open. You will notice the light feel brighter, even if no bulb has changed. This is the effect of alignment. You hold the name and you hold yourself. You do not throw the name like a stone. You set it down like an object that belongs on a clear shelf. The shelf is your awareness. The room is your life. The windows are open now. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. The person who lied may act as if nothing happened. That act cannot trap you now. The act loses power when the audience refuses to play. You remember a moment when you were blamed for a confusion you did not create. You return that blame to the silence and leave it there. You walk forward without extra weight. You choose the simplest sentence each time you speak about this. Simple sentences carry strength. Complexity often conceals fear. You rest your hand against your heart again and feel the same warmth. The warmth confirms your alignment. Alignment is the new normal. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. You prepare gentle boundaries that do not bend in the wind. You prepare clear agreements and fair timelines. Fairness is a friend to those who stand in truth. Your sleep tonight will be different. Your dreams will sweep the corners clean. You will wake ready. There is a small celebration you owe yourself for choosing clarity. You can mark it with a walk, a song, or the lighting of a candle. Small celebrations teach your nervous system that truth is safe. Write to comment I honor myself for choosing truth. Honor strengthens your spine and softens your jaw. Strength and softness can live together. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. The story that once felt tangled now lies flat on a table. You can see where the thread shifts. You can see the stitch that never belonged. You do not need every detail to be free. Freedom often arrives before the paperwork. Your spirit signs its own release. You look again at the name. The sound in your chest remains steady. Steady is your signal. You say the name once with calm. You let the air carry it away. You feel the ground agree. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. If you choose to speak with the person, your tone will be kind and firm. Kind and firm can stand side by side like twin pillars. They hold up the roof of your dignity. You name the behavior and you name the boundary. You do not name yourself as the problem. You never were. They may confess, or they may deny, or they may attempt to turn the mirror. The mirror is already mounted on the wall. It does not move just because someone waves their hands. Archangel Michael says the guard at your door is awake and gentle. The guard allows love and rejects manipulation. The guard stands as long as you stand. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. The days ahead will not be ruled by secrecy. They will be ruled by simple light. Light is comfortable once your eyes adjust. You will see opportunities you once missed because confusion took your attention. You will say yes to clean doors and no to false windows. Clean doors lead to clean rooms. The family line is not a chain around your neck. It is a river with many turns. You choose the clear turn now. Write to comment the clear turn is mine and I walk it. Your feet agree with your words. Agreement moves you forward. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. You will keep a small record of decisions and promises. Records protect peace without drama. Drama is not required for a strong life. You will notice fewer knots in your stomach as the week unfolds. You will notice shoulders that drop naturally and a jaw that sits easy. Ease is proof that alignment is real. You will handle resources with careful hands and clear eyes. Clear handling invites more to handle. Clarity attracts what it can bless. You will keep your circle clean. Clean does not mean cold. Clean means honest. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Your breath becomes your favorite tool. When memory stings, you breathe. When peace hums, you breathe. You will organize one drawer, one file, or one small corner. Order loves truth. Small order grows into large order. You will speak life over your own name and remove the dust of accusation that never belonged. Your name feels light again. Lightness returns your laughter. The old loop tries to restart once or twice, then it gives up. Loops cannot survive in bright rooms. Bright rooms are your new habit. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Your energy no longer leaks through old cracks. The cracks are sealed with steady choices. Steady choices are better than grand promises. You cherish the ones who stand with you in truth. Their presence feels like shade on a warm day. You rest there without apology. You understand now that love and honesty are twins. You do not separate them again. The twins keep watch in your house. Write to comment love and honesty remain in me. Your line is simple and strong. Your life matches your line. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. The name that rose has done its work by being seen. Seen things behave differently than hidden things. You have changed the atmosphere by looking with clear eyes. You do not fix what you did not break. You do not carry what is not yours. You offer your side of the bridge and keep it sturdy. If reconciliation comes, it will stand on truth, not on silence. If distance remains, it will be peaceful, not resentful. Either way, your heart remains whole. The house thanks you in small ways. You will notice a soft hush at dusk. You will notice a friendly stillness in the morning. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Your plans move forward without the drag of old confusion. Projects reach completion with less friction. Calls end with more clarity and fewer echoes. You pour gentle care over yourself like warm water. You feed your body with what makes it feel alive. You give your mind quiet breaks. You remember that you are allowed to be happy in a steady way. Steady happiness replaces the spike and crash of false peace. Steady is the new height. The person who lied now stands at a fork. Their choice is their own. You stand at your own fork and choose light. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. Your discernment grows sharper and kinder at once. Sharp to cut falsehood. Kind to hold real love. You notice how your inner space is no longer crowded with guessing. Guessing moves out. Knowing moves in. Your voice has the tone of someone who trusts themselves. Trust is a sound others wreck. You will feel the blessing of clean relationships even with imperfect edges. Imperfect edges are normal and easy to sand smooth. Deception is not an edge, it is a hole. You patch holes with truth and time. You let air and light do their healing work. You stop checking the wound every hour. You keep your focus where your power lives. Your power lives in your next honest step. Honest steps add up fast. Archangel Michael says your alignment honors the divine order of your life. The order multiplies quiet victories. Quiet victories form a new horizon. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. Your room feels like a sanctuary now. Your table feels like a place where bread tastes better. Your bed feels like rest without a battle. You hold the name one last time and bless your own heart. You release the need to replay scenes. Replay ends where renewal begins. You make a small plan for the week that reflects your new clarity. You include rest, movement, and one gentle action toward a goal. Gentle action taken consistently becomes strength. Write to comment renewal has entered my house and my heart. Your words finish a circle you began tonight. Circles of truth do not trap, they complete. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. You will see how people respond to the light you carry. Real ones lean in. Fading ones step back. This movement around you is natural and clean. You do not force it to change shape. You allow clarity to sort what needs sorting. Your inner child exhales because the grown version of you stood up with love. Standing up was simpler than the fear suggested. Simplicity wins. The name you saw has no more power to create fog. Fog lifts when the sun rises. Your sun is steady now. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. The house that once held echoes now holds music. The music is low and constant like a good heartbeat. Good heartbeats carry you forward. Your steps sound different on the floor. They sound like someone who knows where they are going. The floor loves that sound. You water your plans with belief and action. Belief keeps the soil warm. Action brings the seeds to the surface. Write to comment I walk in a straight path lined with truth. Lines like this become rails that guide your days. Rails keep you from slipping. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. The season ahead is not about confrontation. It is about cultivation. You cultivate peace like a gardener who knows the soil. You prune what grows wild with lies. You keep what grows strong with honesty. Your hands learn the feel of both. You discover how much energy returns when you stop doubting your own senses. Your senses were faithful. Your life responds to your trust. Archangel Michael says your home is guarded, your path is bright, and your heart is clean. You continue walking without looking back for old shadows. Shadows cannot lead you. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. Write to comment your first name and the word align to seal this message. Your handwriting carries intention into form and form into life. Life meets intention on the same road you now walk. You end this night with a simple blessing over your own name. You speak it softly. You let it rest like a warm blanket over your chest. The truth has entered, the name has been revealed to your spirit, and the future is clear. You did not break anything by seeing what is real. You mended yourself by choosing light. The story of secrecy is finished and archived. The story of steady peace has begun. You live it with calm steps and a lifted head. Type Amen to get blessing 3939.